Hey there, Guildies! Welcome to the Adventures Guild. I'm Steve.
Still Jesse.
And we are playing Little Nightmares 2.
That's dos.
For, you might not believe it, but the Nintendo Switch.
I love my Switch.
Game night.
That is right. This game is absolutely beautiful looking on the Switch. I have actually never seen this game before. Jesse is the one who suggested we play this for game night, and so far, I am a fan. So, why don't you take it away here, pal?
So, it's a creepy platformer / puzzler that's a hard game, but I wouldn't say inappropriate hard. It's definitely creepy hard, not like guts in your face hard. So
Well,
I do appreciate that. With that being said, there you go,
Oh,
Steve.
those are bodies in that bag.
Could it be?
Goodness. By the way, you did say this was a creepy game, so ooh, we turned off the lights. That's right, guys. We don't skimp on the theatrics on the Adventurers Guild.
Never have.
No, we shut off the lights. So if we get scared and I scream, it's gonna be legit.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so were those bodies?
I believe so. I
'Cause they-
really don't want to give away the story because all three of the games are severely connected.
Well, can you give away why there's a bag on the main character's head?
That you don't do that often.
I mean, typically, no.
So, I can't. But I will tell you this. I can give you this much information. There is other costumes you can unlock for him. A little hats he wears on top
Okay.
of his head. But no. I can't.
Oh, you know what I just realized? And I guess I probably should have realized this earlier, but I guess I'm paying better attention now. This is not a 2D platformer. This is 3D, because you have a Z axis here.
Correct.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yes,
yeah.
there is certain parts.
When you first turned it on, my brain automatically told me it was 2D, but then I saw you walk behind the box.
Oh!
This is the Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Move your butt, Jess!
I'm going. Whew. Yeah, you ain't got nothing on me, log.
You know, I am a sucker for games that have a creepy vibe like this. I don't like horror movies, but I like thriller movies.
Okay.
I don't like slasher films, but one of my favorite films is Sleepy Hollow. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah, no. You
So,
like
like-
Johnny Depp.
No, like, okay, so a movie where there's this endlessly violent stab, 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 cut this body part off, blah, 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 where it seems pointless and mindless.
No, yeah, I got you.
I'm not a fan, but things that make my skin crawl, like this is some weird, creepy vibe, like Halloween, not the movie Halloween, but like the holiday Halloween-esque. That I'm a huge nerd for. You know, I like the setting of like the Diablo series, for example.
Oh, yeah.
So I love anything that's like post-apocalyptic or like even an eerie vibe.
So if you do...
This game is screaming that.
Yeah, if you do like post-apocalyptic, you will love this game. I'll give you that. This game does take place in definitely not the world we're used to, but one we can recognize where... I can't believe I did that. Where buildings are all destroyed and... You know what? It's gorgeous. I'll put it this way. There's levels that take place in school, and you get to see that torture side of school where everything looks rusted and burnt down. So if you do kind of like that stuff, you will love this.
I like how you said that torture side of school, like I was just supposed to know, like, oh yes, when there's all this torture in school, right?
Well, you know, like
I got what you meant. It was just
yeah.
funny how you phrased it.
It's I've always like you said, I appreciate that kind of stuff in games too. Like I've always liked a good like end of the world, but you know you're in shopping malls when they're all destroyed looking kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, so you do play as a character named Motto in this game. The
Motto. Okay.
Yes, in the first game it is a character named Six. You play as. There is a connection between the two, but I do not want to ruin that. But I'm just telling you, it's a great franchise.
I can't get over how good this game looks visually.
I can't get over that this franchise is so good, and maybe buy a game on my phone, Steve.
That in and of itself is impressive.
You know how much I
I
complain.
hate games on phones.
You know how much I complain about mobile gaming, and I legit. Ugh.
This feels like it's running at 60 FPS. Well, maybe not right there. Maybe it attempts to hit 60.
Yeah.
This is a little rough.
I heard what
here,
you
but-
said, and it was like, all right, well, I'll do what I want.
But
then.
regardless, it's a very fluid game. Up until this exact moment, it's
Yeah.
looked very, very fluid.
You've never been big on throwing shoes?
I mean, I may
Because
have,
I do.
I may have been known to throw some shoes tied
Yes.
together onto a telephone pole in my day.
Have you really?
I haven't actually, but it
Yeah.
sounded cool.
I think I wanted to do it once.
Did you know on Bay Lake in Disney World, the boat captains, there's a big tree in the middle of the lake full of shoes. And the boat captains at Disney World, when they retire, they actually throw a pair of their shoes into that tree as like a remembrance of like, don't forget about me, I was a boat captain.
Didn't know.
There's
that.
hundreds of pairs of shoes in there.
I did not know that. That is very interesting.
That was your Disney factoid for the day.
Interesting. Now, you see these things around here.
Yes, of course.
Would say
That looks horrifying, like you're about to die.
correct. They would say that the probably. Oh, that's the other thing I want to share. So each zone you're in has kind of a overarching monster connected to it. Now I don't look at my character fall. I don't know if you guys are picking up the hint on like the bear traps and the snare, but the first monster you come across is, you'll never guess it, called the Hunter. And when I tell you, Steve, he's what nightmares are made out of. He's what nightmares are made out of. Let me ask you a question, Steve.
Okay.
Do you like guys that run around with stacks on their face that you can't see?
No.
Do you like a guy that chases you with a shotgun that makes terrifying noises when he catches you?
I mean, not particularly.
Well, then you'll love the Hunter. Because he's all that and more. Why am I avoiding bear traps? Because I don't want to die, Steve.
This is very interesting. I could totally see myself enjoying this game.
Oh, Steve, you ain't seen nothing yet. This, when I tell you, just absolutely wonderful, fantastic game. Somebody's house. So this is my problem with scary movies. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody tell him to go into the house. But you know what I'm going to do, Steve?
Yes, of course.
I got it,
Sure.
further the plot. So I'm going to do it, man.
And what about victims in early slasher films like Halloween and stuff? Why are they all so dumb?
Well, most of them are teenagers, and
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Were you a smart teenager?
At the time, I assumed that I was, but looking back on it, I may have been the dumbest teenager.
Yeah. We wore bell bottoms, man.
I mean, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. We wore those big baggy Jenko jeans, though.
I mean, I didn't. But I did have, like, enormous carpenter pants, like 7 sizes too big.
Who didn't?
That's, well, true.
Yeah. But anyway, so each zone has a monster attached to it. And this one just happens to be called the Hunter. We're currently in his house. And let's make sure we're creeping around because we don't want to get caught. So, ooh. That's kind of creepy, isn't it?
There's literally been nothing in this game so far that hasn't been creepy. You might want to go rescue that kid.
You might be right, but how to do so?
I'm assuming you use the axe.
I think you might be right. But can I ask you a question?
Alright, this is not the Bad Puns Guild, this is the Adventurers Guild. Don't get it twisted.
So there
I
is.
guess they go hand in hand.
Yes. So there is something with this world where all the children that are remaining in this. This is not too spoiler heavy. All the children that are kind of remaining in this are tiny for some reason. As you can see, they're all just little tiny human beings. Every adult that's in this world is somehow warped disgustingly, and they're all, whether they're mangled faces, long extended arms, blurred faces, something that's all. This game is so popular, there's complete channels on YouTube devoted to just analyzing each monster in this game. And I think the biggest monster in the game is people that decide not to play this game.
That was a really good segue.
Yeah.
I like how you connected that. See, the Adventurers Guild, we draw a very fine through line from deep cuts to adventure to fun games, you know, and that right there, that sentence, that was peak Adventures Guild right there. I like that little, I will say soliloquy. I like what you did.
Okay, there's a lot. If you notice, by the way, the moose up there has a sack on his head as well.
Oh God!
Yeah, not your cup of tea.
Are they're alive or no? Are they dead?
They don't look alive, Steve. I don't think they're gonna make it.
What was coming out of that guy's eye socket? Was that his eyeball?
We can hope. All right. See, we worked.
This game is physically making me yawn. Like, it's got that vibe to it.
If we work together, we
I've-
can accomplish anything.
I've hidden like 4 I've never yawned in a video before.
Really?
And I think that was like a yawn out of not like I'm not tired. That was like this game is dark and dreary, so it makes your brain think you want to yawn.
I can see that. Now, I'll tell you this: playing this game in the middle of the night
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
might give you a little bit of a fright.
I think I'd have to play it in broad daylight.
Ooh, good word use.
Broad daylight?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a pretty standard word.
you're pretty standard. Word. Teamwork makes the dream work. I like their little legs. So here's other aspects of the game. You have your
That
there's
crazy
another
good.
yawn. You have your puzzle aspects where you gotta go around and figure things out puzzle wise. So this is one of the puzzles that was early in the game. As you can see in the beginning while we were playing, there was a bunch of things that if you didn't know, you would just be killed instantaneously with, which happened very often to me.
Okay, that person's definitely dead.
What? They look fine. I don't think they're gonna make it back. As you can see, there was a couple. So the game's also a lot about memorizing and remembering. Okay, there's a trap here. If you've seen earlier when I was playing, I was able to remember to throw the shoe before I walked, because definitely the first time I played the game, Steve, I didn't throw the shoe, and let's just say it didn't work out.
You got
really
caught
well.
up in a bear trap.
Correct. Thank you for giving me a hand and being my lever. Can you give me a lift? Oh, I keep missing. It's embarrassing. Now, what do you think's in here?
A body? Because apparently that seems to be the going thing here. Is there a 2-player mode where you can play as that character?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. The problem is I don't have any friends.
True. Even though you have me and you lied to me the other day saying you had no other friends, but then you talked about earlier in this video that you had another friend. So I'm actually a little upset with you right now.
What?
I gotta go. Sorry.
I gotta. This game's so good. You don't do that. You don't just drop on your face.
I mean, not typically.
Now, I also wouldn't recommend what I'm doing, which is just running aimlessly through here. But I'm trying to get to some of the excitement.
Now
Although
the
this
creepy
game's
shack and what is? Oh God!
So here's
now
the-
that person is alive.
Yes, now this is the first boss. Now I'm going to do something I don't normally do, Steve. Show you what happens. And I'm just running along.
He has a shotgun.
Up! And that can happen.
Wow.
So you learn very quickly in this
I
game.
hope you have a recent checkpoint.
Yes. You
Oh,
learn-
you're right next door.
Yeah,
Okay.
you learn very quickly in this game to do a lot of this.
Ah, the
Yes,
stealth tactic
yes.
here. You're Solid Snake all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Colonel, that guy doesn't look good.
Turtle.
Yep. So this is the first boss. I want everybody to play it so they can see the next boss, which is the teacher in the school, because same deal, just extremely creepy. Oh,
I think he heard you.
what? No, we're fine. We're safe. Oh,
Run!
oh,
Run!
no. Okay, okay, that didn't work out.
You are microscopic compared to the size of that man.
Yeah, I told you. So we live in this world where I didn't make it.
You got blasted.
Yeah. Let's cut that and make it look like I made it on the first try.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
God!
Gonna, we're gonna leave that in.
Oh, no! Remember letting blow away the boxes? Gives you time to run to the next one.
This is cool. So you have to kill this guy somehow? Because I feel like it's impossible to be able to defeat someone.
Whoa!
The object is not to escape him, right? You have to actually defeat him
You
somehow?
have no. You gotta escape and survive, or maybe defeat. Depends on the boss. But the hunter, I don't want to ruin how to take care of him. And I think right here is a good time to wrap it up, Steve. To be honest,
You're gonna leave it on a mystery cliffhanger.
yes.
Wow. Okay.
Whether we'll be caught or not. I feel like if that hasn't sold you the game by now, well then, I'm sorry, you're just blind.
Was that like a inference, like the guy was blind and didn't see you as you walked by, kind of thing?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got
I
it.
dropped it really
yeah,
hard.
Yeah, it was pretty
okay,
good.
yeah.
It wasn't as good as your earlier line,
Oh.
your haiku, if you will.
Okay.
It wasn't a haiku, but it was still good.
It was poetry. So, I think this game has a little bit of something for it. If you like your platforming, if you like your horror, if you love story, the story by itself is just magical. Let me tell you a story. Sometimes I like being whisked away to worlds where I can just view something magical. And
I
sometimes
can show you the world. Oh, sorry.
no, it's okay. I know your voice. And sometimes I want a gripping story that just kind of pulls at those strings. And Little Nightmares, a little bit of both.
Well,
And I ask you to have a little bit of patience. Watch this video and like it. You know what I'm saying?
as they say, hats off to that. It says hats. Hats off. On that note, this is the Adventures Guild. This has been Game Night. This is Little Monsters 2 with no lights on. Subscribe to the Adventures Guild today. Big thank you to all of our patrons who are appearing right here. And we will catch you guys. Gotta slow it down so they can appear and disappear. In the next one.
Wicked, wicked, wicked still.
That was a really bad joke.
Mm-hmm.